Hello, Synapse community. My name is Ryan Majitimer, and I'm a product manager on the Azure Synapse Analytics team. Today, we're going to talk about Azure Synapse Analytics and security. To run Synapse, you need to make sure that you have in place some security measures that allow you to secure the infrastructure that allows Synapse to run. There's three areas of security that we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about access to your SQL pools, managing IP firewall rules, and the key vault. First, let's talk about securing access to our SQL pools. When setting up an Azure Active Directory admin, you can set it up to be a user, which is the default, or a group. Setting up the admin as a group is considered a best practice so that more than one user can be provided with permissions as a security principal. The security principal assigned will have administrative permissions to all of the SQL pools in the workspace. Second, let's talk about managing IP firewall rules. We know that having robust internet security is a must for all of you out there. One way to mitigate internet threat vectors is by reducing the number of public IP addresses that can access the Azure Synapse Analytics workspace through the use of IP firewall rules. Once these rules are set up, the Azure Synapse Analytics workspace will then delegate those same rules to all managed public endpoints of the workspace, including those for SQL pools and SQL serverless endpoints. Notice that an IP firewall rule of allow all has already been created in our environment. If you wanted to add your specific IP address, you would instead select plus add client IP from the taskbar menu. Remember that when connecting to Synapse from your local network, certain ports need to be open. To support the functions of Synapse Studio, ensure outgoing TCP ports 80, 443, and 1143, and UDP port 53 are open. The third security topic is the key vault. When dealing with connectivity to external data sources and services, sensitive connection information such as passwords and access keys should be properly handled by storing in a Azure Key Vault. Leveraging Azure Key Vault not only protects against secrets being compromised, it also serves as a central source of truth. This means that if a secret value needs to be updated, such as when cycling access keys on a storage account, it can be changed in one place, and all of the services consuming this key will start pulling the new value immediately. Azure Key Vault encrypts and decrypts information transparently using 256-bit AES encryption, which is FIPS 140-2 compliant. It is also recommended to store any secrets that are part of your pipeline in Azure Key Vault. So how do you add a resource to a Key Vault? In the Azure portal, open the resource group, and from the list of resources, select the Key Vault resource. From the left menu, under the settings, select access policies. Observe the managed service identities, MSI, representing our Synapse workspace have already been listed under the application, and it has 4 selected secret permissions. You can also use the Key Vault with linked services. Linked services are synonymous with connection strings in Azure Synapse Analytics. Synapse linked services provide the ability to connect to nearly 100 different types of external services, ranging from Azure storage accounts to Amazon S3 and more. When connecting to external services, having secrets related to connection information is almost guaranteed. The best place to store these secrets is in Azure Key Vault. Synapse provides the ability to configure all linked services connections with values from Azure Key Vault. In order to leverage Azure Key Vault in linked services, we must first add ASA Key Vault XX as a linked service in Azure Synapse Analytics. To set this up, first, navigate to the Synapse Studio. Second, select the Manage Hub from the left menu. Beneath External Connections, select Linked Services. Observe a linked service pointing to our Key Vault for the environment. And with that, this has been an introduction to security and your Synapse workspaces. So tell us in the comments what security features you've implemented in your own workspaces. Again, my name is Ryan Magitimer. If you want to follow me on Twitter, you can find me at rmagitimer. If you want to find Synapse on Twitter, you can find Synapse at Azure_Synapse. Remember to like, follow, share this with your friends, subscribe, then you can get the latest videos that we're putting out every week almost. We're getting close. Thank you, everybody, and we'll catch you on the next one.